Hey Rockhounds, Dirtman here again with another special report. Today, I've come to the banks of the mighty Susquehanna River in Lancaster County to check out something quite special geologically. This is Wind Cave, also known as Cold Cave, the largest tectonic cave on the East Coast, and possibly in the entire country. And unlike every other cave I've ever been through, this cave wasn't carved by water. Located between the Martic Fault here to the north and the Tiquan Aniform here to the south, this cave was formed by bedrock settling, creating fissures which split apart these walls following 3 sets of joint systems. But there could be many more. With over 1,000 feet of passageways large enough for humans to fit through, the cave actually extends much farther into this hillside. According to the Pennsylvania Caves Bulletin G3 from 1932, the wind is due to currents of air entering narrow rifts at the river's edge and circulating through the rift for at least 1,000 feet, making the entire cave 38 degrees year-round. Let's go take a look inside. The average cave temperature for Pennsylvania is between 50 and 57 degrees, so at 38 degrees, this cave is way colder than the rest.
Whoa, little icy.
Oh my.
There's a whole load of icicles up here. All right, we're not going up here. I want to get up there. That's a beautiful hotel. I don't think there's any way I'm going to get up there.
And with an average cave temperature of 38 degrees, in the summertime, these walls condense the hot, humid air and form water droplets, making this cave very cold and very wet in the summertime. In the wintertime, it's supposed to dry out. However, that's not what I found today. There's icicles everywhere. And in fact, I can't go far into the cave because the floor is covered with ice, making it too treacherous and dangerous to make it very far in. These jagged walls are Octarorro Formation schist, made of muscovite, chlorite, quartz, and flakes of mica, which, to me, are beautiful rocks. The one thing you may find here in this cave when you come to visit is a good old Allegheny cave rat running along one of these ledges. That's about the only thing that'll live in this cave. But this cave has another special distinction. It's known as a Bernie Map Cave. February 12th marks the 72nd anniversary of when Bernard Smeltzer first mapped this cave. I sat down with Central PA Rock and Mineral Club member Elise to find out more about the legendary Bernard Smeltzer.
Every time I see something like that, I can recognize a Bernie map immediately. And Bernie was an accountant in Red Lion by trade, but he had been doing cave mapping since, I guess, the 50s.
This is Bernie Smeltzer in the 1948 Red Lion High School yearbook. 2 years later, in 1950, he mapped Wind Cave. By 1992, he had mapped over 140 Pennsylvania caves.
So he and I got together, and every weekend we'd go out and do mapping.
Oh, wow.
Or go to caves. And we did this for 4 years.
Wow.
I learned an awful lot from him, not only about the caves and that kind of thing, like surveying and how caves are formed and how to map them. His knowledge of geology would rival a lot of the geologists.
And he didn't have a degree, right?
No. When you read his stuff, it wasn't just, here's a nice map. He had all the geology in there as well. But he would sit there and say, such and such formation, this is a dip, this is a strike. If there was a fossil, he'd know it. I remember him pointing out fossils in some of the caves. Yeah, he knew exactly where they were. Bernie also was a very avid fossil collector. His basement was a walking museum. And I got to literally handle them, and he taught me how to clean all the fossils.
Being able to touch
When he
them
handed me a saber-toothed tiger skull, I'm like, wow.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of those types of fossils in Florida came from swamps. Like,
That's what he was doing, snorkeling, swamps. Yep.
Wow.
His collection of fossils is in the Natural History Museum in New York. A lot of his cave maps are spread throughout the state.
And there were over 140,
Oh, yeah.
supposedly, that he had mapped.
I have a couple, but I don't have many of them.
Wow.
He died, unfortunately, in 1992.
Yeah, unfortunately.
He was supposed to meet me at Woodward Cave, and I went there Friday when we were supposed to meet, and a member from the grotto showed up and was like, "Where's Bernie? I had some bad news. Oh, he had a heart attack this afternoon and died." And I was like, "What?"
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a serious loss to Pennsylvania. Bernie was a really nice guy, and I miss him a lot. I really do.
Well, thank you.
Well,
I
thank you.
appreciate it. This has been great. Thank you for all the knowledge on Bernie.
Yeah, like I said, he's a character.
I'm Dirtman, and that's my special report, bringing the geology to you. From here at Wind Cave in Lancaster County, back to you, Jerry.